Welcome to Make Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Omadrosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Make Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Make Corp, Beckers.
Last time we made the video game Haunted. How did that go?
Yeah, so it turned out, we outsourced where we bought the ectoplasm for that, and the people we bought it from to haunt our games actually sold us just mucus, straight up human mucus.
Ooh.
So now our game failed, we failed, and we're both sick. It's sad.
That's really unpleasant for us. But hopefully, as my grandpappy once said, success makes the illnesses go away. So we just need to come up with a great video game idea that will be successful and will cure us from this mucus disease that has infected the company.
Human mucus.
I mean, as opposed to other mucuses, I feel like that's kind of the best mucus I would have in me.
So what game idea do you have for us, Bryce?
Well, remember, if you have a game idea, you can submit it to us via Twitter using the hashtag GameMakeCorp. And then we'll take it, and then we'll look at it, and then maybe not put mucus on it, because that's safe.
Or maybe we will, if that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Not ruling out mucus.
But you know what's a healthy this I've been thinking about healthy video games and things that are really healthy, and I came up with this game, and it's a game about licking famous pieces of art. So I'm talking about the Mona Lisa, the atom, that's the stone dude with the penis and stuff, right? Penis man.
I think it's like Statue of Adam or something.
Yeah, Adam Man. Yeah. So
Adam Man.
So
Adam's apple.
Gotta
fruit.
lick Adam. The Sistine Chapel. Now the Sistine Chapel is up on the ceiling, so you either need to somehow work on some tongue exercises, or just, I guess, stealthily climb the side of the building and just get up there. Now,
or just wear stilts.
Yeah.
And then you look totally normal wearing stilts.
I don't want you thinking, Beckers, that this is one of our virtual things where they're just controlling some virtual character looking at the Mona Lisas and stuff. No, we're going to get all AR on this one. We're going to put some little... We're going to talk to our big art people, and we're going to get... We're gonna talk to them and be like, hey guys, we're really concerned about people licking art.
Right.
So we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you, and we're gonna put this lick detector on your art, so we'll know that no one's licked your art. It's gonna be real safe. But then we're gonna tell all the game people, be like, you lick that art. You'll find that art, you lick it. And then we'll know if they did it because we got the lick detectors on the art. So you gotta,
so smart.
You gotta get into the art museums and sneak by the security guards and get that tongue right up on that Mona Lisa.
Right.
And
I doubt it says no licking.
Yeah, they did not prepare for this situation.
It just says no flash photography and probably no touching, but licking.
Yeah. Licking is not a touch.
It is not.
And
judges, jury's out. Licking, not touching.
I mean, no, jury's in.
Jury's in.
And licking's not touching.
Yeah, right. Jury was out, and now it's back in, and it's decided. about that issue.
Yep, we came to the jury. We said licking equals touch, and they're like, let's leave for a minute. We'll take a look. They came back, licking, not touching. We're good.
All right, that's clear.
And then you gotta kind of you're at the museum. You're thinking like, and I think all the different like how difficult it is to get to the art will determine like your point values and stuff. But you gotta watch out for those other lickers because you don't want them scoring points.
You also don't want to transmit, diseases.
Yeah.
By licking, what they licked recently. I'm sorry, that sounded. I'm thinking about saliva on art, and it's just gross. Continue.
No, it's game. It's good game.
It's saliva.
And this isn't. I mean, we're not trying to get everyone sick because we're spiteful because we got sick. This is because it's a good game, I think.
Right. It's definitely not because I'm in the healthcare field either.
Yeah, and you're just trying to get some business.
Definitely not that.
But yeah, we're gonna have to contact the art people and see how they feel about lick detectors and kind of take the first steps there. But while we're working on that, do you have a game idea for us?
Well, all right. So I have an idea. It's a game. Definitely a game where you have to come up with game ideas.
Okay.
So maybe you're a game developer. And at first it's pretty great, pretty easy. You got some good ideas, and then, you have some nice, successful games. And then it gets a little harder after a while. Your ideas start getting a little outlandish. Maybe you're coming up with weird crap about licking stuff that's definitely not what we just talked about. Maybe it's a co-op game and you have to play it with someone else, but they're not nearly as amazing and talented and beautiful as you are. So you're really trying to carry on the amazing, talented, whatever front. And that's the game. You got to come up with game ideas.
So you've made a game about my life, and I've like, I wasn't sure there, but at the end, I saw that you were speaking directly to me. And honestly, I'm very flattered, back here. This is honestly, I know that you have some weaknesses, but I feel like, you'll never be quite as good as me. So yeah, that's, something we all have to deal with, except me, because I'm me, so I'm good.
Whoosh. Did you hear that?
Is that toilet
over.
flushing?
No. Yeah, okay. All right. Anyways. Brace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have another game idea?
Well, I am very good at game ideas, as you've told me in your last game idea. So, I've come up with a game idea. Now, I feel like, blind people, they have trouble seeing things for reasons. And that can lead to problems,
difficulties.
Yeah, sometimes like they don't know things are there because they can't see them so good, because they're blind.
Perhaps.
So I'm thinking that we make a game where one person is unable to see, and another person is not there to see the thing for the other. There's another person, and they've got access to information through cameras and stuff, and they're like, they've got to like hack.
Big Brother.
They've got to hack the cameras around so that they can see the stuff for the blind person, because hackers really should be using their good talents, for good helping people. So
It's a seeing eye hacker.
Yep. That's, I mean, honestly, I don't know why the government didn't think of this first, but we're obviously, I've said it for years, we really need to just take all of government services and just put it in the hands of Make Corp, and we'll just take care of that for them.
We're pretty good at stuff, so.
But what do you think is the most challenging thing for a blind person to do?
Probably,
That's right, go on a date. The first time, like, finding love is tricky enough for us sighted people, so trying to dress nice and put on the good musics and go to the fancy restaurants when you can't see what kind of suit and tie you got on, it's real troublesome. So this is a game where it's a two-player game. One person's just, I mean, basically they don't need a TV or anything because there's no visuals. We're saving a lot on that portion. There basically no graphics for that game. You just kind of have the controller and you're moving around, and you could probably hear some stuff. But there's no graphics.
We don't have to hire an art department. The art department doesn't have to spend a second on this.
And then you got the other person. And you know what? Yep. You know what? I've thought about it, and let's just get rid of this second person. Let's not even worry about this hacker. That's gonna cost some money. We gotta add some graphics there. This is now just a video game about a blind person trying to go on a date. And they don't have any visuals. And they just gotta figure out how to navigate a date environment based only on sounds that come out of their controller. So maybe they're hearing some cars, but maybe that's just coming out of their TV, because sometimes TVs have car sounds on them, and you just got to figure out what's happening. What is going on around you? Is this a pretty girl I'm on a date with, or is this just like, am I in the middle of the road? What's happening? What's life like? What do you think?
For those listening, you can't tell, but I was giving him a real look right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm skeptical about this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to be supportive. But this whole blind date thing, you know, it sounds like just a day in the life. Yep.
Okay, are you thinking that maybe you have a better game idea than my?
I do. I absolutely do.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Give it to me. Yes.
This next idea. This is a zombie survival game. It's a first-person game. You start out, you're like in the woods or something, and you see zombies. You know, you run like the Dickens because it's zombies, and you don't want them to infect you or whatever. So you run away and you live your life. You set about, you build in shelter and gather in supplies or whatever. Zombie game, the standard stuff. And then like halfway through the game, you make it to a pond, and you look at it, and you look at your reflection, you realize you're a dinosaur.
That's quite the twist.
You're a dinosaur. So now,
Yep.
That was my big calling right there. So you're a dinosaur.
Then what happens?
You can't be a zombie because you're a dinosaur.
Okay.
So now, in this world, only humans are zombies. Now, the game turns into a zombie killing game as a dinosaur. Yep. You go to the town as the dinosaur, and you walk up in there and you just smish them.
Swish them, because dinosaurs. People are always like, you know, or zombies are very scary, and we're very worried about them taking over and stuff. But in all the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, all of those movies, there's never any zombies, and
Yeah.
that's because the natural predator of zombies is dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, farmers keep cats so that they don't get a mice problem. People get dinosaurs so that they don't get a zombie problem.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing. So now you play as a zombie. I'm sorry. A dinosaur. Eradicating the zombie menace and saving the world, ultimately.
Yes.
Because clearly, like, rock, paper, scissors, dinosaur beats zombie, zombie beats human, and apparently in this scenario, human beats dinosaur, rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, that seems to be how most of the the dinosaurs get some strategic kills in most of the Jurassic Park movies, but in the end,
But is the human race ever eradicated? No. Nope. The dinosaurs never win all the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes they make it to, like, California or whatever, but they always get brought down eventually.
Those pesky humans always keeping the dinosaurs down.
Shucks.
So yeah, this is the amnesia dinosaur. Doesn't know he's a dinosaur. He's grown up it's like Tarzan. Tarzan growing up, not knowing he's a human.
He had no idea. He thought he was an ape.
And then one day he looks in the mirror and be like, "Oh man, I'm not hairy and weird like the rest of them." They didn't have mirrors in the jungle.
Nope.
But then Jane and his rascally friends come in and be like, "Look at you. We're gonna put a suit on you and see what you human gorilla
Ironically
man
called
like."
a monkey suit. Because that's what they call suits sometimes.
Honestly, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I don't know how I'll ever top that, but I'm gonna try with my next game idea.
All right, I'm excited.
Are you familiar with the great literary icon Mr. Magoo?
Obviously.
Well, I'm not sure if our loyal consumers are, so I'm just there's a man. His name's Mr. Magoo, and sometimes he just kind of goes out and he's just trying to live his life, but sometimes he just stumbles around and gets into some hijinks. He's just trying to go buy a sandwich and suddenly he's in the middle of the Empire State Building. They're building the Empire State Building. Oh no, he's gonna fall. What's gonna happen? That Mr. Magoo, you never know. It is your job to protect Mr. Magoo. Keep Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo is the last hope for humanity, and you need to protect his life for some reason. He's very important, and you need to always be watching, because you look away for a minute. Mr. Magoo's gonna be tying his shoe, and you're like, he's fine. He's tying his shoe. But he's gonna pull too hard, his shoe's gonna go flying, he's gonna reach to grab his shoe, it's gonna fly, he's gonna tumble down the hill. Now he's in California. You were in Texas. How did he get there? That's Mr. Magoo. You always gotta be watching that man and protecting him with your life.
And the whole time, the Benny Hill theme is gonna be playing, and it's gonna do that, that song where it's all like, that song.
Yes, that's
because it's all just crazy hijinks happening up in here.
Always.
Always.
Mr. Magoo is known for his high quality hijinks, but you gotta try and keep him in line, because hijinks are very dangerous.
Much worse than low jinks.
Yes, honestly, I don't know why anybody even talks about low jinks. They're very...
They don't. That's why you've never heard of them.
Everybody talks about high jinks and they talk about jinks, but they never talk about low jinks. And I'm very upset about this. While I try and deal with this low jinx situation, can you tell me about another game idea?
Okay, yes. So this next game idea, it's inspired by some of the things that Apple Watches do. So for For those that don't know, Apple Watches try to control your life, and they have these things like their fitness apps, right? And they tell you to stand up at least once an hour. If they haven't detected that you've been standing up, they'll be like, stand up, bro. And if you haven't, okay, all right. And then it'll also tell you to like breathe sometimes, like take a minute to breathe. Your Apple Watch is just really being the bossy right now. So I think it would be a really neat game idea if the watch maybe had some other things for you to do. So this is a game where you have to do what the watch tells you to do intermittently throughout the day until you reach a task where you cannot. And the longer that you keep doing tasks, the higher your score. You know, the higher you are up on that leaderboard. So, and the tasks, they're going to get more and more ridiculous as time goes on. So at first, it's going to be like, oh, take a minute to breathe. And you'll be like, easy. All right. So you stand up and you do the breathe. Done. All right. So then after that, you're lulled into a false sense of security. You're watching the TV. You're watching some quality shows. And then suddenly your watch pings and it tells you, bam, it's time to do the entire choreographed Thriller routine. So you do it because you know that. And that's another task accomplished. Next time the watch pings, it goes doo-doo, and you have to do something else. And this time you have to drag race down the street. So you go out to your car, you buckle up for safety. Safety first, and it tells you have to reach at least 100 miles per hour before this task will be completed. You only have a certain amount of time to complete each task, depending on the task. This one, you get like 20 minutes because it's, who knows, maybe you're on the toilet and you have to go outside and get in your car. You pull out, you do the drive, and you go around there and you just pedal the metal. Hopefully no policemen are around to stop you from your victory. And if they are, you can at least hit top speed first.
They probably have an Apple Watch too, and they'll also be trying to drag race.
Right, and they'll understand. Yeah, they'll understand. They'll be, oh my gosh, the watch could meet you up with another person with a watch, and oh my gosh, you could go somewhere and drag race, and whoever wins is the one who gets to go to the next round, and the other one is a failure. Right? Yes.
Yes.
It's really just limitless, honestly.
Now, my question is, how long into this do we just put in send Game Make Corp $20, and then just all of them after that are just send game, like every 3 hours send Game Make Corp $20, and I'm thinking like, you've already drag raced, you've already like fought a monkey. You've already done some crazy stuff to get where you are on the leaderboard. You'll throw some $20 over to just to keep your spot on the leaderboard.
This is where I can help you, Bryce.
Oh, okay.
Because you gotta disguise the mechanism, right? So it will be $20 for one get out of jail free card. Or a gem, whatever. They're always freaking gems or something. So you every time you use one, you automatically pass that task, even if it's impossible. And then we just throw out really freaking impossible tasks. Like, say you're in Texas, you have to get to the top of the Empire State Building in 1 hour. Bam! Gem. That's how you gotta beat it. They pay $20. We get $20. They get to continue on their pursuit of leaderboard.
Yes. If the Harry Potter mystery mayhem game has taught us anything, people will give any amount of money to just continue playing a game.
Yeah, okay, but this is gonna be a fun game.
Yeah. As all of our games always are.
Yes.
No matter how infectious the game is.
Right.
Uh, I have an idea.
All right, go on.
You know, you love VR, virtual reality. You love it. I love it.
In theory.
Yep, it's great.
Yep.
You know who doesn't love it? Dogs
Hell. What?
and cats and rats and all the basically Becker's has an entire household who is living without VR. And honestly, I think that's rude. That is rude of other video game companies, and honestly, I'm upset for Becker's animals.
Uh-huh.
So I think we need to create virtual reality for animals. So I mean, they'll each have to have individualized headsets to fit their, rat and dog and cat bodies. Maybe some sort of suits you
That is
can put them in.
that is absolutely something we're entirely capable of doing. Go on.
And then we'd make games for those animals so that they can enjoy the virtuals. What kind of virtual experiences do you think your animals would be into? You got what, 3 different kinds of animals in your home right now?
Yeah. Actually 4.
Okay.
Also I'm in my home.
Oh, okay.
So that's 4. So now the first thing that I thought of that attracted me to this idea just now was, can I just put this helmet on my dog and let him loose in a field and he thinks he's chasing a ball? So he just runs back and forth playing virtual fetch, and I can sit there with my book and a mimosa and just enjoy my afternoon, and my dog still gets exercised.
Yes. You could get a
I'm
little
willing to purchase this game right now.
you could get a little walking pad thing, and you can just put the dog in it, and you don't even have to go outside. He can just run around. He thinks he's running in a field. He sees a field. He sees running. It's all happening.
That's so perfect. Like on that in that movie, the game Ready Player One.
Yep.
Yeah, that omnidirectional treadmill.
Yep.
Heck yeah, easy. I don't have to go anywhere. Put that helmet on my dog, and he's just having a grand old time. We could put we'd have to get a fan with it that could blow smells that he would enjoy. Like grass and squirrels and stuff, and then he would have a great experience.
I feel like we've gotten smell-o-vision from some video game we've done before. I'm sure we can just pull the mechanics out from that and get some smell-o-vision going in VR.
Absolutely. And then my dogs would be happy, I would be happy, everyone would be happy. So next, cats.
What's your cats about?
They're never happy.
Oh. Do you think virtual reality could make a cat happy?
All right, let's think about this. What do cats like? They like knocking stuff off of counters, right? So we could make a game around that. Put on their virtual reality suit, and that's pretty, I think it's pretty obvious what goes on from there. The virtual counters.
Oh, okay, for the cats, can we make it augmented reality where we put on the headset and we just put virtual objects around your real house, so they think they're knocking stuff over, and they get little vibrations in their paws, so they think they're knocking stuff over, but it's not really there. So you don't have to clean up after them, and the cats are like, oh, I'm getting the human, I'm knocking another thing over.
Right.
Everybody
and they're
wins.
Spiteful. They're spiteful little beasts. They only care if you're upset, so you can just put a little version of their owner in there going you damn cat, and shaking their fists often every time something gets knocked off the counter, and then the cat is fully immersed in the experience and they feel successful having ruined their owner's day by knocking that mostly eaten bowl of cereal off the counter or something. Oh my gosh, or their entire food container right after you clean the kitchen floor. Anyway, so that's cats.
And
rats.
Yes.
Now we have rats.
Oh God.
No. I have a pet rat, you guys. It's a totally normal pet. Like Ron Weasley had one, right? And also Ron Stoppable. Actually, it's a pet that most people named Ron have. Yep. So rats. How am I gonna make my pet rat happy?
Change your name to Ron.
Change my name to Ron. Start there. Finally, my rat will feel like it belongs. All right, and then after that, God, she just sleeps all day now. She's old. She's old, Bryce. I could just. All right.
So we just don't even turn on the viewfinder. We just keep it dark, so they can sleep longer.
She'll just sleep longer.
It's basically just a sleep mask for rats.
A sleep mask. That's all she does. Little known fact: most wild rats don't live very long. You don't know that once they hit like a year old, they just sleep. That's all they do. She's 4. She sleeps.
And it'll make it way easier to sleep with the $500 Game Make Corp virtual reality headset that might just look like a simple sleep mask for rats.
Right. Sounds like a winner.
Yep.
We really nailed that one.
We've got all the animals. Every possible animal has been covered, and we have a virtual reality experience for them. And if you are a pet lover, you need to get this because you're going to see all the dogs and the cats, and they're going to be a lot happier with a virtual reality than you, just normal real life human, could ever provide them. So
right.
Honestly,
and we can market this like you're just a bad person if you don't do this for your animal.
Yep. We'll get PETA involved.
They will be sad. And that means that you're bad.
Yep. Sad equals bad.
Sad because you're bad. Sad bad.
Do you have another game idea experience?
All right. There is something that the public has been screaming for. I think I can safely say that everyone knows exactly what I'm about to say. Make Corp needs to host a Harry Potter LARPing event. So, for those of you that don't know, LARP stands for live action roleplay. Probably, I think. So basically, people dress up as characters and they do stuff. Now, Bryce, as the Harry Potter connoisseur that I assume that you are, you're probably thinking, but Beckers, that totally already exists. People already do that. People already dress up and they go to pretend Hogwarts all the time. And to that I say, no. We are going to host a Harry Potter LARP, not a Hogwarts or a wizard LARP. Our customers will pretend to be Harry Potter. So in one area, we're going to have the pre-Hogwarts Harry experience. And that's where people doing the experience, they're going to go through 11 years of like neglect and abuse. Or actually 10, because he got there as a 1-year-old baby. So that's, just one area. And then we can have a year 1 at school area where he gets to school and people think he's pretty cool, and then he gets bullied by the Slytherin Malfoy type, and at the end he has to fight Voldemort at like 11 years old. Also, this idea is full of spoilers, by the way. So let's continue on. Then there's the second part. Year 2, he's gonna get hit by a bludger and they'll have their arms broken. Every single one of them's gonna have a broken arm. That's that experience. And then everyone's gonna hate him because they think that he's a bad guy or whatever. Then we're gonna go to the 3rd year where he thinks a serial killer's out to get him, right? So this is an experience where we will have somebody scary follow them around the whole time. And they'll be very, very scared. So glossing over that one, we're going to go to the 4th year, which is what everyone is waiting for. We will have real dragons. Dragons and then death, and someone really will have to die at the end. This is LARP. This is real, this is LARP. Bryce, how you feeling right now? Are you ready for more?
So basically, we're going to get a bunch of people down to a warehouse. And we're just gonna kind of beat the crap out of them for a day, maybe a weekend.
Had a rough life.
Maybe a weekend experience where we just neglect. So we'd be like ultimate Harry Potter experience. You at the end, you will know what it was like to be Harry Potter, and people will be like, "Oh my God, Harry Potter! I love him. I always wanted to know what being him was like." And then we're gonna be like, "Okay, day 1, neglect." We're just fucking no food, nothing, can't leave, this is your life. Enjoy that. Day 2, welcome to Hogwarts. Everyone is trying to kill you. Deal with that. We have people all hidden around. They're here to kill you. Worry about that.
That's the Harry Potter experience.
Here's some sticks. You don't know how to do them so well. You're not that good of a student. You're not no Hermione Granger. You don't know those secret good spells. You're too busy being scared for your life. Try and survive. Good luck. Day 3, you die.
And then you come back to life.
Whoa, spoilers.
Everyone you know and love dies. Okay, about 50% of people you'll know and love die. You know, all that kind of stuff. Harry Potter. Whoosh. Your bird dies.
Your bird? We have to give everyone a bird. Day 1.
And then kill it.
Here's a bird. Enjoy it. It's your new best friend. This is your good owl. It's Hogwarts. Everybody gets an owl. Bet you love it. And then, bam, dead owls everywhere.
Dead owl. Yep. We're gonna have to maybe get that cleared through somebody.
Don't worry.
First.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're just gonna put the rat VRs on their heads. They'll just imagine that they have an owl.
It's maybe a larger VR than the rat VR, but
it's the VR owl. So it's cool. VR owls don't count.
Right. But it'll still die.
Yes.
Because you're Harry Potter, and his life actually really sucked.
Yeah.
For a while there.
So I think this is the game that everyone's going to want to participate in.
Obviously. This is the one. Everyone loves Harry Potter, and if you say that you don't, you're lying.
Yes.
And I'm gonna close my ears to that.
Okay. Harry Potter LARPing event. The next game Make Corp experience coming to an abandoned warehouse near you. Hey, listeners, did you enjoy this? Did you enjoy listening to this experience where we talked about taking you to a warehouse and killing a person? Beating you. If so, you should go on iTunes and subscribe if you're not already, and rate and review it, because it makes other people want to listen to this good content that we make, and it's good, and makes us not sad, because sad is bad.
Because sad is bad.
Yep.
We've discussed that.
You made great points earlier, and I want people to remember that important. Sad is bad.
Sad, because bad. Now mad. That's not rad.
Good to know. Good to know. Beckers, where can people find you?
So you can find me on Twitch at Dr. Beckers with an S, and you can find me on Twitter at Dr. Beckers with a Z.
Insightful.
And that's it. Insightful. What about you, Bryce?
Last Geek on Twitter. Last Geek Plays on Instagram. Last Geek Plays on Twitch. LastGeek.com. GameMakeCorp.com. on Twitter.
Make Corp. Tweet us game ideas.
Yep. Use hashtag Make Corp so that Beckers doesn't have to use all of my great ideas, because Beckers just talks about how good I am and the prettiest and great. But thank you for listening to this episode of Make Corp. We'll see you again next time. And remember, have fun.
Bye.